What's up, guys? HD Motorsports here, bringing you another broadcast of the NNR Racing League. Tonight's the start of the second round of the playoffs. The points are basically reset, but that's in second nature right now because tonight we got an honorable mention. Race tonight at Dover is going to be the honor of Ricky Reese, the United States Coast Guardman, who recently, sadly, lost his life. Our hearts at NNR go out to the man and his family and his friends. One of his friends is actually racing here in the league in NNR. Sterlo, he grew up with the man. He knows the man. He's actually joining me in the booth right now. Share his thoughts, maybe a few memories, and his love of racing. So, Sterlo, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I lost my good friend Monday, Ricky Reese. He was a Coast Guard in Alaska, and he pretty much had an accident where ended up him falling off a mountain, and from there it was just that, and he loved racing, and there couldn't be another better way to remember him by doing this tonight.
Well, I tell you what, Sterlo, we are definitely sorry for your loss, of your friend. Loss of a life is never easy. Again, we're sorry for that. Just glad we can put on something he loved. Put on a show. I know you guys can go out there and put on a show on something he loved. You mentioned he loved racing early on. That was his thing. So, and like you just mentioned,
he wouldn't be too happy with me right now how I qualified for this one.
Hey man, just gives you a little bit extra motivation. That's all that's gonna do, buddy, right there.
Not where you start. That's right.
It's where you finish. And going into tonight, man, I know you got a heavy heart, but you're definitely gonna be one of my top dogs. You're one of the top guys in the league. And starting next year, you're definitely going to be a threat in the playoffs. You didn't make it this year because you started late. But yeah. I know you as a driver, you're hell of a good.
These presets.
Yeah, man.
Been on custom setups for a while, and it's taken me a lot to catch up with these guys that race it every week. So it's been a learning game, but I think we're getting there.
You're definitely get there, especially when the new game rolls out. Look forward to you being up there with the rowdy, more smoke, and CGMX Roses of the field. But again, we're sorry for your loss, man, and we're just glad to be able to honor Ricky Reese tonight.
Yeah, man, thanks for all you guys. Thanks for doing it all. It means a lot.
No problem, man. Go out there and get him, buddy.
Hey, Sterlo, you want to do us a favor?
What's that?
Go and yell at Carol. Tell me we got her invite yet. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure by the end of the night he'll be probably a couple yells at him, but.
Definitely.
No, it's all good. Gotta put on the show for you guys.
Oh man, you'll do great. I know you will.
Good luck, Sterlo.
All right, man. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, Pete. With that being said, coming into the night, man. Last Dover race was a bit hectic. If you don't remember that, I think the top three cars of that race, CGMX Rose, more smoke and Rowdy. Rowdy hitting on the last lap, hitting the apron in turns 3 and 4 there, causing a bunch of mayhem, and was still able to hold on to that win and get it done. Now coming into the night, who is going to be your heavy hitter to be able to get this win and punch his ticket into the next round?
I tell you what, he may not be the heaviest hitter, but I know what kind of setup he's got under that car. He told me not to pick him, but I'm going to go against him anyway. I'm going to pick your crew chief, the 12-car Knights. You missed one person in that little bit of a story about the spring race here. The 95 James Gumball had D-car beat, and Knights has that setup under him tonight. I'm taking the 12-car to victory lane.
There you go with that one. Now, your mic is messing up a little bit, sounding like the Decepticon, but hey, we're kind of used to it a bit.
There we go.
Hey, you sound a little better right now. But coming into the night, man, okay. I got to go with my man, Rowdy. The man who got it done last spring, like you just said, at Dover. I think he's going to punch his ticket into the next round here tonight at Dover. And also, little fun fact, new leader here in the points, I put Rowdy ahead of a more smoke in the point standings because they're tied at 8.
Yeah, you did. Go take a look at our Twitter. Go take a look at our Facebook page. You'll see the updated points. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the the invite yet, but I'm hoping to get in there soon. It looks like they're actually going to be starting their second pace lap, so we need to get in as soon as we possibly can. The first couple laps are always something interesting.
I got an invite.
Hey, Rock, thanks for joining, sir.
I got an invite. Yeah, I got one invite. Hopefully I can get in here real quick. Now, the boys are running an honorable pace lap in memory of Ricky Reese. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get you into the game.
Okay. Got it.
And I got to flip over. It's probably more my fault. I had an invite like 2 minutes ago. I didn't realize how close we were crunching on time.
Yep. It looks
There
like
we
they
go
are,
right now.
Yep. Coming out of their second pace. Thanks for joining the stream tonight, sir.
Your mic's still messing up there just a bit, but CGMX Rose, the young gun, on the inside there. Green flag is in the air here at Dover.
Yeah, and he's got the 88 of Dohar, which he's going to fall right in behind him. Then it looks like you had the 42 of Amore Smoke, the 18 of Rowdy, your pick. And then you got the 47, or is that the 43 of Jose 720? That's the 43.
Yeah, it's going to be the 43 of Jose 720 sitting P5 as they're going to complete their first lap here at Dover. The young gun CGMX Rose is still out in the lead. That 88 of Dohar straight from the ACA Academy sitting P2.
Yeah, they're getting all single filed out. That's probably the best way to be because we all know how tight these corners can be coming off exit. So, yeah, 1 through 16, nose to tail now.
Here is that 10-car Esterlo. We heard his speech earlier on about his good friend Ricky Reese. Again, the race is in honor of him tonight. He's sitting at P9. He mentioned he did not have the starting position he wanted to have. But without a doubt, Pete, we do know that 10-car will find his way towards the front before this race is over.
Oh, yeah, Sterlo is never slouch at all. He's strong every week. Looking forward to making his way to the front. As you said, his buddy in Coast Guard station up near Kodiak, Alaska, went on, I'm not sure if it was a trip or just part of the base, ended up falling off of a cliff there and unfortunately lost his life. A member of our U.S. Armed Forces. Definitely full honors to Ricky Reese tonight.
Without a doubt. And there is CGMX Rose still leading the race, but they're starting to separate themselves just a bit from third place. That 42 of Amore Smoke. CGMX Rose and that 88 is nose to tail. 88's right on his bumper, and they're going to push away just a bit. They got about a 3-car length lead on third place.
Yeah, Dohar's giving a bit of a shove to that 11. We saw this kind of a couple weeks ago between Dohar and the 22 at J-Pa. It seems like whoever Dohar gets behind, they get a little bit of distance. But you still got the 42 of Amore Smoke, the 18 of Rowdy, the 43 of Jose 720, and that looks like that's 2 of Stout Whiskey sitting P6 now.
Yeah, Stout Whiskey has definitely been coming on as of late. Towards the end of the season, he had a rocky start, but again, a couple top 5 finishes had him sitting pretty well in the point standings.
Yeah, I'm still going at least into the round of the week, which that starts here in a few weeks. This round is Dover, then at Talladega, and then I believe it's Bristol the third week after that, and then we go on to the round of 8. So, yeah, it's gonna be tight all the way to the next round.
As looking at the top 5, we got that 2-car breakaway. Then you got a 42 and the 18 together. They're starting to break away from 5th place. That's going to be Jose 720. Like you just said, Stout Whiskey is right behind him. So we got a 2x2 car breakaway separated about 3-car lengths.
Yeah, this looks like Talladega a few years back. It's all tandem drafting. What's up with this HD?
Well, I don't know, but right behind them, there is that 10-car Esterlo. He's made his way past 2 cars, currently sitting P8. He's right behind. It looks like that 37 of Pro Viper making his way towards the front as well.
Yep, and right behind them, too, you got the 21 of God Power. He's never really much of a slouch either.
Yeah, your mic is still messing up just a bit. Not entirely sure. Maybe unplug it, plug it back in. That might help it. Might not. Maybe reset Discord.
Race for the lead. Here comes the 88 of Dohar.
We're going to bounce around and get up to that 88 of Dohar, who's going to put a power move On the 11 of CGMX Rose Dohar to the lead. As they're coming down the backstretch into turn 3, that 42 of a more smoke is starting to catch up just a bit with the 18 of Rowdy right behind them.
All right, I reset my mic. How's it sounding now?
Sounding pretty good, Pete.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Pro Boss, thanks for checking into the chat, sir. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. This race for Ricky Reese is for a great cause.
Yeah, definitely. And the boys are putting on a great show tonight. We got a little bit of single file racing, but again, new race leader at the 88 of Dohar, straight from the ACA Academy.
Yep, so now you got the, let me try to get back up there. I'm seeing String getting a little bit of a bump in the back there. Kind of got him unsettled, a little bit of a bump. It looked like it was from the 24 of Coe. But, yeah, I'm working my way back up front here to see if Dohar can actually get any kind of separation.
And Rose is actually looking low.
Yep.
Yeah, he's looking low into turn 3. CGMX Rose. 42 or more smoke is right behind, but Dohar on the outside is going to get the run down the front stretch into turn 1 and clear him.
I still breaking up.
No, you're sounding good there. Rose has got another run down a backstretch. Didn't do anything with it that time but that gap first and second place had on third place is no longer existent because of 42 of a more smoke, 18 around here there, and here comes that 43 of Jose 720 catching up fast.
Yeah, and the more these guys race, that's going to allow the two-car Stout Whiskey to inch his way closer. Pretty soon it'll be a pack of 6. But from there on back, they got about half a turn.
Yeah, I'm going to look for that 42 car of a more smoke who taps the wall coming out of turn 4 down the front stretch. He's able to get good runs on the 11 of CGMX Rose, and there's Rose again on the bumper of Dohar, looking to make a pass, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, I ran a few laps with the 18 of Rowdy yesterday, and he's got a very good long-run car where others seem to get pretty tight later on. Not him. He was making passes later in his run. So they were running about 40 to 43 laps on fuel. I look for him to make his way forward as these guys start to lose their grip.
You know, something I'm noticing a bit out of this 11 car, he's starting to wash up, coming out of turn 2. There he is again in turns 3 and 4. He's just off that apron. I think if that 42 car of more smoke's able to get the run on him, he's going to take advantage of that, and there is going to be a battle for second place within the next 5 laps, I'm feeling. As I don't know if you dropped out there, Pete, or not. Got a little radio silence from you, buddy. But there goes that 42 of a more smoke right on his bumper.
All right, yeah, let's try this now. I actually just left, reset something on my mic. Let's hope this works. But yeah, first through fourth, nose to tail, 43 of Jose 720. The 2 cars, Stout Whiskey. All these guys are kind of getting in line now. Checking back to P7 and beyond, really not much going on. Everybody's keeping it clean. They're checking up. They're doing everything they've got to do to run these laps, get to that first pit stop, make their adjustments, and then we'll see them really get after it.
Yeah, 42 cars really starting to put pressure on the 11, putting pressure on the 88. Let's go ahead and bounce around just a bit to see what else we got cooking out here on the track. There's that 2 of Stout Whiskey again, sitting P6. About 10 car lengths as we got chaos up there towards the front. That's the 42 and the 18 getting together, but they're going to hold it together. Great piece of driving from them 2 right there, but that's going to separate the top 4.
Yeah, it looked like the 42 of more smoke smacked the wall just as the 18 of Rowdy was trying to take a look underneath him, but it didn't work. A more hit that wall, came down, door checked Rowdy, and that allowed the 43 of 720 to pull that much closer to them.
Yeah, he's going to pull closer. Now that 10 of Sterlo has gotten by the 37 of Pro Viper. Sterlo up to P7. He's just got a huge gap from him to that 2 of Stout Whiskey. And now one more thing to mention. These guys are still straight default setups. They still have not been able to get them pit adjustments in just yet.
Yeah, Sterling mentioned he thought maybe his buddy Ricky wouldn't be too happy about where he qualified, but look at him now. He's actually pulling this train back up towards the front. Sterling's making moves.
Yes, he is. And here is that 4-car of Natty Dread, if I'm not mistaken, has punched his ticket into the next round. Not next round, but into this round. Currently running just outside the top 10 as there's chaos right in front of him. The 10 of Stolo, 9 of String, 37 of Pro Viper. First caution is out for the night.
First caution's out. J-Paw was able to sneak by. Looks like the 48 got some damage. I'm not quite sure who that was on the outside of the 48, but that was a 47 of Fort Smitty. It looks like he's got some front-end damage as well. Like you said, caution's out. They're going to get some changes made, and this was actually pretty good timing. Because they've got that was 27 laps in. Their cars were just about to start going through a radical change. Now they get their setups in.
Yeah, this is where we're going to see who maybe made it a little too loosey-goosey, who might be that wounded gazelle, you might say. I haven't said that in a long time. Pro Boss out there making a comment made me remember that. Wounded gazelle trademark, man. That's back in the day. But hey.
Yeah.
We're going to see what happens here. There's that 88 of Dohar. Going to start P1 as they're going to do their pace lap. The 11 of CGMX Rose on the outside sitting P2. That 42 of More Smoke sitting P3. On the outside of More Smoke, we got the 43 of Jose. 720 sitting P5 is going to be the 18 of Rowdy. Outside of Rowdy sitting P6, going to be the 2 of Stout Whiskey. There's that 21 of God Power. Haven't talked about him all night so far. He's going to be sitting P7. On the outside of God Power, sitting P8 is going to be the 24 Coey. Coey, don't yell at me. And there's that 4-car of Natty Dread sitting P9. And on the outside of Natty Dread is going to be the 12 of our very own Knights, if I'm not mistaken, my crew chief. Shout out Knights in the 12 car. Didn't get you wrong.
There you go. There you go. Yep, we're coming out of 3 and 4, and they're going to be taking the green. Dohar's going to have the preferred line with the 42 of More Smoke right behind him. With that 11 and the 43, look forward to them getting together. And as you see, the 11 be able to fill a low line gap, and Dohar's going to take them.
That's very key there. The 11 on the outside. This is a very strong inside track, especially off the start. Looks like the 4-car and Natty Dread's going to hit the apron down the backstretch. He's spinning. That shouldn't bring a caution out by himself. But like I was saying, that's huge for the 11-car CGMX Rose to be able to get down there, follow the line right behind that 88.
Yeah, the 4-car spun, and the 48 car ended up face planting the wall too down the backstretch. He's getting coming back up to speed kind of slowly right now, but yeah, we're still green.
At 42 car of More Smoke, he's actually going to tap the apron there in turns 3 and 4. That 43 of Jose, 720, looking low, but Smoke able to hold it together on the outline and get that huge run down the front stretch.
Yeah, able to hold off these hard charges behind him. He's got the 43, Jose 720. Jose sent a tweet to the NNR Twitter earlier saying he felt like this would be a really good shot at getting his first win in NNR, and so far running top 4, top 5, you can't count him out.
And there's that 37 of Pro Viper actually getting loose, coming out of turn 4. He's going to hit the wall, going down the front stretch. He just lost about 5 spots, running currently in 15th place. Going to go ahead and bounce it around here just a bit. They're still single filed up, maybe separated about a car length between the top 10.
Yeah, God Power's got a little bit of a break between him and the 24 Coey. As it looked like the 24 might have just got a little loose. My camera kind of switched up on me for a second there. But I'm looking back at that 4-car that we just saw go around. He must have just spun it without actually making any serious contact. The front of that car, it's got a little bit of a buckle in the hood, but not too bad on that aero.
Yeah, it's looking good. And there's that 21 of God Power looking to the inside of, I didn't catch who. That's the 2 of Stout Whiskey as they were side by side, hitting into turn 3, coming out of turn 4. Stout Whiskey in the 2 is going to prevail on the outside with that run. And Pete, something I'm noticing early on, the cars on the outside are getting a great run on that outside down the straightaways and able to hold on to that position.
Yeah, they are. Moore has been able to make a pass or two, or actually just hold serve up there. I mean, looks like he's running about a good lane and a half off the bottom. He's keeping it down there, which is probably a good thing because the more he can keep it up, the less chance he has of hitting that super down there.
Up there's the Tua Stout Whiskey. He's actually going to just pull over, let God Power in a 21 by. God Power is one of the more aggressive drivers in the lead, so he might know that. He might realize that. Wait, that's the 21 Ingalls, excuse me.
Nope, you're right, God Power.
Oh, no, God Power to 20 is Ingalls. Ingalls is not here tonight, actually.
Nope, Ingalls is on special assignment.
Oh, special assignment. I'll tell you what, there's another driver on special assignment tonight. That's going to be the 38 of the Aviator on special assignment. He might be too young to be on special assignment, though, so he might be doing like a school project or something like that.
Yeah, we still got some young guns in this league, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're just going to call that one. We're going to call that one a school assignment. That's what we're going to call the Aviators.
There we go.
As we actually got a battle for third place. That's going to be the 43 of Jose 720. Looking on the inside of the 42 of Amore Smoke, who's going to tap the wall coming down on front stretch. Jose 720 at the P3.
Yeah, the 18 around is going to push him through, and the 42 is going to kind of pinch that 18 down. A little bit of contact there, quarter panel. But 42 is not going to give up. He's going to be able to fall in right behind that 18. Here comes the 21 of God Power to his bumper, and there's the two cars still. Stout's holding out strong.
Yeah, and there's the 11 of CGMX Rose to the race lead. He's going to pull a power move on the 88 of Dohar. The 11 car back to the race lead.
Yeah, the 11 he took the win last week from the pole, the first one to do so in the first round of 16. He wants to go back to back.
Yeah, you know he does. And also, more importantly, coming up, we got Talladega. Talladega is one of those races where anything can happen. You don't want to put yourself on the lines where you got to win Talladega to make it to the next round. And after that, you got Bristol. Bristol is no cakewalk because how hard it's to pass there. So there's CGMX Rose out in front, but that 88 of Dohar looking strong. I think this is Dohar's best race so far here in NNR, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. A few weeks back at Pocono, he was strong later, but here he's coming on strong right off the get-go. So might have to keep the 88 behind you if you want a chance to win.
And here's a little bit of a developing story. That 4-car, who is a playoff driver still, he made it to the contender round. That 4-car in Natty Dread just went a lap down.
Yeah, he must have spun off camera again. Maybe he got a little too.
He spun early on.
Something happened.
Yeah,
he spun early on, and it looks like the damage that's on that thing really isn't any worse than what it was before. So I don't know if he's looped it around again and just off camera or what happened. But yeah, one lap down, he's got to be praying for a caution. Right now, he's where he needs to be though, because if a caution was to come out, he'd get that free pass. That lucky dog.
Yeah, there goes Jose 720. He's going to squeeze by him. There's the 18 of Rowdy looking to squeeze by that 4-car, who's actually got a little crinkle from my view. Nothing too serious, though. There's that 21 of God Power, though. He snuck his way past that 42 of Amore Smoke for P5.
Yeah, that 21, he is on a roll. I'm watching him. I've been watching him last couple laps, and he's hugging that line. He's accelerating off the corners. Look at all the time he's making up on that 18 coming off. He's got a piece under him tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely making his way up through the field. Looks like that 42 might be struggling just a bit. Doesn't look like he has the same car he had earlier on. Looks like he might be getting a little too loose on exit as he washes up there just a bit through turns 3 and 4. Just looks to be struggling.
Yeah, he's mentioned earlier that some people were really struggling with a tight car later. Maybe he figured loosen it up now. It'll come in as the run goes on. Again, 40 to 43 laps on a tank of gas. He might be looking for, seeing that the race has a green feel to it, even though we've had one caution. Yeah, he might be planning for later.
And again, let's go and take a quick look at that 10-car Storlo who was involved in that first caution of the night. He's quickly made his way only up to P8. He's currently trying to hunt down that 2-car Stout Whiskey. Looking at Storlo's line through turns 3 and 4. Smooth, steady, and low as he hits down the front stretch.
Yeah, he's really making up quite a bit of time, actually. I'm waiting for either Carroll or Moore to switch through their menus so I can get a little bit of a running order for us. But it looks like they're at lap 52 of 200. And, yeah, they're cruising right along.
And it looks like that front two is in a whole another area code, though, because they have checked out on third place. Jose 720. There's Rowdy still sitting P4, but Dohar is still right on CGMX Rose's bumper.
Yeah, he's pushing them right along, just like they were in the beginning of the race. They're. I'm almost wondering if maybe these guys were practicing together. I think they actually raced in another league together, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, they're leaving the rest of they're leaving town.
Well, I'll tell you what, they may not race in another league together, but I know these guys got history together from our group. You know, I run with CGMX Roads all the time. You know, him, me, Valley KB, and then you got the AKA group. I'll call them right this time. You got the AKA group with Dohart, Boss, Moordog, and that bunch running together. So I know we've met there just a few times, but it looks like actually CGMX Rose is starting to separate himself just a bit.
Yep, getting into that longer run. All right.
As we got a new race, we got a pass for third place. God Power making his way up to third.
Yeah, I was about to just say that, and then Moore changed up his menu, so I'm not quite sure what the running order is right now, but it's been the same, the same players the entire race, it seems. You got the 11 of CGMX Rose, you got the 88 of Dohar, you got the 21 of God Power, it looks like the 43 of Jose 720, and then I think it falls to the 42 of a More Smoke or Rowdy. Not 100% sure, but that's what it looked like last time I saw.
Oh, here goes Stout Whiskey actually making a pass on a More Smoke on the inside. Stout Whiskey up to P5. Rowdy is right behind him. Rowdy looking to the inside into turn one on Stout Whiskey. He's going to have to check out of it just a bit, but Stout Whiskey is going to wash up the track in turns 1 and 2, side by side down the backstretch.
Yeah, it really didn't look like Stout wanted to give the 18 much room, but now they're side by side. You got the 18 and the 2, and then you got the 10 car of Sterlo and the 42 of a More Smoke. Who's going to give?
And a 10 car out of Sterlo out of nowhere. He's up in this battle for a top 5 position. Rowdy is going to slide by the 2 car of Stout Whiskey. He's up to P5. Sterlo up to P7.
Yeah, I think we might have green flag pits starting up. The 48 of our own Carroll is on pit road right now.
And Starlo there is going to tap the wall just a bit. Coming out of turn 4. The 42 car is really struggling. I don't know exactly what's wrong with his car, but he has gone back. He was sitting there P3 right behind Dohar in the 88. And since then has just dropped like a rock. You know he's screaming for a green flag pit stop and some adjustments.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be. But we can't just discount Sterlo and the 18 of Rowdy and the 2 car of Stout. They've all put in their laps, got in their practice time as what's mandated by the league in order to race each Thursday night. But that 10 car, he's racing with purpose tonight. HD.
Oh, and he's definitely gonna purposely find his way towards the front. You know, I said it earlier, man. You ain't gonna be able to look at him for this season because he started way too late. But look out for that 10 car starting next season as that 2 car Stout Whiskey is gonna slap the wall coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch. He's able to hold on to it, but there's that 42 car wicked loose as we got a second caution of the night out.
Yeah, caution came out. It looked like the 48 really plugged the wall. I'm not quite sure what happened behind him, but the 42 was just about to make his entrance to pit road, and the yellow flew.
Yeah, second caution of the night. But it's been a pretty good race so far, Pete. I'm excited, man. You got Dohar and CGMX Rose, who I think are without the class of the field right now. Still not halfway, but those guys are going to be battling neck to neck through this whole thing. I look for that 42 car of Amore Smoke to make huge adjustments under this yellow flag, second yellow flag of the night. And that 10 car Solo, I look for him to still make his way towards the front.
Well, we got our running order back here, HD. You got the 11 car CGMX Rose with the 88 of Dohar outside. You got 21 of God Power, the 43 of Jose 720. You got the 2 car Stout Whiskey, and on the outside of him is the 18 of Rowdy. There's your 10 car Sterlo. There's the 22 of J Power. Really haven't talked about him much tonight, but that's your top 8.
There you go, right there. It looks like we got that 47, if not mistaken, of Fort Smitty sitting in P9 on the outside of Fort Smitty. Is it looking like it's going to be the 42 of Amore Smoke sitting in P10?
Yeah, he must have had a lot of damage to fix up, or something happened. A lot of those adjustments you were talking about. But they're finishing up their pace lap, and the 11's going to be taking them green here.
Yeah, here comes the young gun. CGMX Rose sitting P1. Dohar on the outside. Green flags here in the air at Dover.
Yep, the 21's going to push that 11 car CGMX Rose right past the 88, excuse me, and it looks like the 2 car Stout Whiskey's going to try to follow him suit.
Yeah, the 88 of Dohar didn't quite get the jump. The 11 did last time on the last restart, but Dohar able to find his way into P3. There is that 10 car, Stolo cracking the top 10 though. Stout Whiskey currently sitting P4.
Yeah, I think the Sterlo and that 10 car actually sitting P5 right now, right behind the 2 car of Stout Whiskey, and behind Sterlo, you got the 18 around. Your pick for the night.
Yeah, Rowdy is also not really up to par to my liking, but it's going to be interesting to see what this 21 car at God Power can do with the 11, with the 88. We know he's got a strong car. He's made his way up to this position, but there is Dohar pulling a power move on the inside out of turn 2, down the backstretch, able to clear him into turn 3.
Yep, 88 took P2 from the 21 of God Power, and the positions behind them really haven't changed all that much. As you see, the 2 car Stout Whiskey just slapped that wall a little bit. That allowed the 10 car to get right back on his bumper, and it looked like 10 car is going to try to look underneath. But I thought better of it and tucked right back in behind that car.
Yeah, it's going to ride along with the 10, or at least in the area of the 10. There goes that 88 of Rowdy looking on the inside of the 10. Sterlo down on front stretch, just not able to get it that time by Sterlo, hanging on to 5th place.
No, Rowdy's going to keep it behind that 10. He knows the 10's fast. Maybe he'll pull him up through the field.
Yeah, here we are right here, sitting right behind Rowdy. It looks like that might be the 43 of Jose 720. We know he's got a good car, as there's a shake-up towards the front. The 10 of Sterlo pulling a power move on the outside. The 2 of Stout Whiskey. The 10 of Sterlo up the P4.
Yeah, Sterlo just drove it in there. He sent it.
Going to bounce around. There's that 11 of CGMX Rose, still your race leader, but that 88 of Dohar still sitting P2. That 11's got about a 3 car length lead on him, but Dohar in that draft, I think he's might reel him in. Might take about 5 laps though.
Yeah, the 10 car of Sterlo is really hunting the draft of that 21, and it looks like the 2 is going to stick with.
Yeah, we got a caution. Yeah, we're under caution.
Under caution. Yeah,
3rd caution
like
of the night.
Slowing up.
Yep.
I didn't see what happened though.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what happened either. I didn't see anything, at least inside the top 10.
Nope.
Well, it looks like the 9 car string might be involved.
Rack 'em and stack 'em.
I think the 9 car string was definitely involved. He's got heavy front end damage on that 9 car. It's going to bounce around just a bit more. 24 of Coey's got a little bit. 12 of Knights has got a little bit. 48 of Carroll's got a little bit. 47 of Fort Smitty's got a little bit. So there's definitely something that happened. Just don't know what.
Yep, well, they say Dover's a self-cleaning track. They could have been fine on track and then washed down to the inside wall. And
Well, take a look here, Pete. We got a new race leader. That's going to be the 10-car Estorlo playing a bit of strategy. He's going to find himself at front, controlling this restart. Again, our hearts go out to Ricky Reese. This race is in honor of him, Estorlo's good friend, childhood friend, as that also a huge race fan. And the boys out here of NNR put on a great race. Estorlo, your new race leader.
Yeah, Sterling's going to have that preferred line. He's racing with a heavy heart. I definitely, I wish you well, Sterlo. I wish all of Ricky Reese's family well. It's a hard time for everybody. Let's see what this 10 car's got on this restart.
And now he is going to be on a little bit older tires. We like to call that a wounded gazelle situation, but Estorlo's got the launch. Green flag in the air, and there's that young gun CGMX Rose with another great start on the outside. Be able to slide right behind him.
Yep, there's the 88 of Dohar on the inside, and the 21 of God Power on that outside. 21 is able to keep it off the walls. The 88's going to challenge him on the inside. 11's going to stay tucked up right behind that 10 car's bumper. They're still side by side for P3.
Yeah, an 11 car looking low down into turn 1. CGMX Rose is going to dive it down there. Can Estorlo hold that high line and get the run off the corner? 11 car is going to hit the apron. Great save by CGMX Rose. The 88 of Dohar to the inside, though, in turn 3.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the 10 car was going to be able to keep the 11 behind him just with the momentum alone, but that little bit of a bobble on the apron by the 11 definitely helped get in a little bit of a gap between him and the 10 car.
Yeah, and 11 of CGMX Rose is going to lose a lot of ground here because he's got a freight train down low. There goes that 21 of God Power and the 18 of Rowdy looking to make the move as well on CGMX Rose. CGMX Rose for the first time tonight is going to find himself in traffic, but the man of the hour, that 10 car is Estorlo with that pit strategy, still your race leader.
Yeah, still the race leader, and with Dohar, the 21, the 11 of CGMX Rose, the 18 of Rowdy. There's a 2-car Stout Whiskey, and then don't look too far. There's that 42 of More Smoke.
Yeah, More Smoke, I think, making the adjustments he needed. He was struggling there earlier on, but like you said, he's on the march towards the front. You can't forget about him. He finished P2 here in the spring, but that 88 of Dohar is right on the bumper of Estorlo, and the 4th caution of the night is out.
Yeah, I think that one had something to do with Carroll. As I caught the tail end of his stream, he was throwing rooster tails. Let's see. Boy, I think, what is it? This is 2 after pits.
Yeah,
I wonder if they might go to a modified restart.
I don't think it's just yet. I think if we get one more, Coey might call that modified restart where they will still be double foul, but they will start when they hit the start-finish line just to separate them just a bit more. But I'm starting to like that strategy just a bit more from the 10-car Estorlo as we got a new taker on the strategy. That's going to be the 47 of Fort Smitty, who's going to be out front for the first time tonight.
Fort Smitty's going to have a chance to show what he's got. That's kind of man. There's a really that's a ballsy move for that 47 with the kind of company that he's holding right now.
I'll tell you what. If I saw a wounded gazelle situation, this might be one because he's got a pack of wolves right behind him that's going to be chomping at his little gazelle feet as he's going to pace the field around at a turn 2. A little contact between him and the 10 car. But, you know,
Sterlo came down and said, "What are you doing here?"
I think he was chomping at the feet of the 47 of Fort Smitty there just a bit coming out of turn 4. But as we going to pace it around, Pete, why don't you take this green flag?
Yeah, absolutely. Got the 47 of Fort Smitty, 10 cars Sterlo outside. We're going to go green. 47 is going to have the preferred line going into 1 and 2. Looks like the 88 of Dohar is going to tuck right in on his bumper. You got the 11 of CGMX Rose. 10 cars Sterlo is holding pace on the outside with the 21 of God Power right behind him. Inside the 21, you got the 2 cars Stout Whiskey and then the 18 of Rowdy. Looks like for P2, they're going to go 3 wide.
And they went 3 wide there at a turn 4. They were able to hold it together. That was the 2 Stout Whiskey, 10 Solo 47 were 3 wide there for a moment at a turn 4. And they are still 2 wide for third place down the backstretch. That's the 10 Solo, the 2 Stout Whiskey, and the 3.
Yep, and then you got 21 of God Power, but through all that, the 47 started up front. Now the 88 of Dohar's up there, and with the 11 right in tow, these guys are a switch. Before it was the 88 pushing, now the 11's shoving that 88 around.
And there's a little contact there, though, between a 2 and a 10. 2 got in the 10 just a bit, made a wash up the track, but the 10 of Strollo holding on strong there. That 21 of God Power, though, able to make the move down low. He's going to slide out front. Here comes the 18 of Rowdy, looking to get by the 10.
Yeah, that 10 car, he's got a hell of a run off that high side. He did that earlier to the 11 of CGMX Rose. He just did it to the 18 of Rowdy right there. He's racing hard tonight.
Yeah, he just got that unfortunate situation where he's starting on the outside lane. You start out there and you're not able to get down low entering turn 1. You are going to lose a ton of spots, but let's go ahead and bounce back up to your current race leaders. There's that 22 of J. Paul hitting the cone up in the air. Hopefully that doesn't bring out a yellow. J. Paul in a bit of a trouble. I know we got a lot of J. Paul fans out there.
Yeah, J. Paul normally has his own entourage here in chat on race nights. Really haven't talked much about him. He was in the top 8 earlier, but looks like he's having some issues. But still up front, you got the 88 of Dohar, the 11 of CGMX Rose, the 2 car of Stout Whiskey's moved into P3 with the 21 of God Power in P4.
Yeah, there is that 2 Stout Whiskey. I can't say it enough. The man has been on fire as of late, and he's got you fired at the right time. I mean, this is playoffs, baby. Playoffs. What playoffs? I'm kind of like, what practice? Practice? You guys practice out here? Yes, we practice here on NASCAR Heat 3. I'm a joke. I know I've heard it all here lately, but hey, I love it. Keep it coming.
You approve this message too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm HD Motorsports, and I approve this message. But here is that young gun, CGMX Rose, right there, currently sitting P2, right on the tail of that 88 Dohar, as they have been all night long.
Yeah, I said it earlier, if you're going to win this race, I think you're going to have that 88 behind you, because him and the 11 have been the class of the field. Rowdy was talking about the 11 earlier, about how he won from the pole last week. He's going to try to go back-to-back, like I mentioned earlier, but he's got this pack of hungry cars right behind him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's go ahead and bounce around just a bit more. There's that 42 car of More Smoke. He's going to lead the third pack. He's got Jose 720 right behind him. There is that 12 car of Knights, though, sitting behind him. Currently sitting about P8 to 10th. Don't really know. Zane, we need the tool.
The tools, hopefully they're coming.
And Knights is actually going to get in the wall. A little bit of contact with the 37 of Pro Viper, as there might be a wreck back there. The caution might be out. The caution is out. 5th caution, of the night.
Yep. Whew. Man, these guys are putting it on tonight. They are putting it on.
As I cannot take this phone call right now. A little bit busy.
Yep, look.
I'm working up in the booth. I can't take a personal phone call. Kelly will yell at me.
It looks like everybody from P4 back is pitting. So if it stays the way it is right now, Dohar will be on P1, Rose outside, Stout Whiskey in 3, and from there on back, whoever's pit crew does the best job is where they're going to come out.
As God Power is getting a little shout out in the chat. Kurt out there saying, let's go, God Power. God Power has found his way inside that top 5. Currently sitting P5 there. As we're going to get a little quick rundown as the 10 car of Storlo playing a strategy again. He's going to find himself out in front sitting P1. On the outside of him is going to be that 88 of Dohar, who did not get a good jump last time. The 11 of CGMX Rose sitting P3. On the outside of CGMX Rose, there is that 2 car of Stout Whiskey. Again, God Power sitting there P5 on the outside of God Power, who I thought would be having a better night. That's going to be the 18 of Rowdy sitting there P7, though. On the inside, it's going to be the 43 of Jose. 720 outside of Jose is going to be that 42 of More Smoke. Another one who I thought was going to have a good night behind The 43, I'm not really too sure, but it's a 24 of Coey sitting P9 on the outside of Coey is going to be Pro Viper.
Yeah, I think Rowdy's whole plan was long runs. And these cautions aren't falling into his favor, but nonetheless, there he is, P6, and we're going to take him green.
Yeah, we're gonna do the modified restart. Actually, there they go.
Yep.
Start finish line. That's when they go. We're gonna try and spread the boys out just a bit more, and that's gonna help the outside lane, if anything, because Dohar is easily gonna slide down to P2.
Yep, Dohar will go back to P2. The 11 is CGMX Rose, 2 cars Stout Whiskey. There's 21 of God Power. There's your chat favorite. And the 18 of Rowdy. Let's see if we get a little bit longer of a run here, HD.
Yeah, I'm praying for it, I'll tell you that. And there's the 43 of Jose 720 currently battling side by side with the 42 of More Smoke back there. Jose 720 able to make that pass, though. And there's that 88 with a huge run into turn 3.
Yeah, 88's going to take a look on the inside of that 10 car. I don't think he quite got to his quarter panel, but he's got the 11 of CGMX Rose trying to push him through. And he's going to try to make that pass. Let's see if the 10 car keep that run off the high side, keep at least the 11 behind him.
Yeah, the 88 of Dohar able to clear him. There goes the 11 of CGMX Rose, able to clear him. So the strategy this time for Solo not working out, but nonetheless, he's still going to find himself sitting P3.
Yep, and that caution when it came out was exactly halfway, HD, so we got about 100 laps to go.
100 laps to go. Don't make me punch it into the calculator because I can't tell you. That's more than 10, and I only got 10 fingers. So
if we were to go green from here on out, everybody's got to make 2 pit stops.
Well, I'll leave it to you, Larry, or whatever that guy's name is. What's his name? Larry what? Larry Mack? Larry Mack, right?
I'm not quite as bald as him yet.
You're getting up there in age. You'll be there before I will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll get there someday.
No, man. You ever see a bald ginger? Oh, looks like there's a bit of trouble there towards the front.
One made contact.
I tell you what, you ever see a bald ginger? I tell you what, you can see a bald CGMX Rose because he might pull his hair out after that one. Looked like he hit the apron there in turns 3 and 4.
Ooh, and the 11 after the spin, he actually went up and torch checked the 18. I wonder if there was something going on there.
Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure.
Ooh, yeah, it just looked like the 11 really, like he might have got that apron just a little too much.
Yeah, I'm rewatching it on my stream right now. As they're coming in at turn 3. Dohar, a little lot. It might have been a bit of bumper lock maybe between him and the 88. But nonetheless, the 11 hits the apron, and that's going to cost him a bunch of positions as he's going to be sitting P10 now. New race leader, though, is going to be the 43 of Jose 720. The 42 of Amor Smoke on the outside of him sitting P2. Knights in the 12 car sitting P3. There's that 88 of Dohar sitting P4. P5, 21 of God Power. P6, 2 of Stout Whiskey. P7, 24 of Coey. P8, our very own 48 of Carroll sitting inside the top 10. Shout out Carroll there. Love you, boy. That's why you're the face of the booth. Sitting P9, though, is going to be the 37 of Pro Viper. And the outside of Pro Viper is CGMX Rose. And the 18 of Rowdy sitting P12.
Yeah, all the way back there. Rowdy's got a long way to go. But my pick, the 12 car Knights, I was curious about what his setup was capable of. Here he is in P3, right behind the 43. So a couple of people that aren't quite used to the front. Let's see what they're able to pull with the 42 of More Smoke. That's the furthest up in the field he's been all night long.
I'll tell you what, I like this strategy, though, out of these 3 because, hey, that wasn't many laps from the last caution. I mean, we're talking less than 5 laps, so them tires are still almost brand spanking new. You might have to get a little discount, but it's only going to be about $20 off them tires as they are green. As Jose 720, your new race leader with the 42 of More Smoke in tow.
You know what? I think these 2 cars are going to be very, very even. The 43 hasn't been strong. Amor hasn't really been showing all that much strength either. You got the 12 car Knights, and you got the 88 of Dohar. Dohar is probably about the best among those four. But let's see if he's able to make his way by the 12-car Knights on the outside here.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 88 has pulled a power move on the outside of the 12 car of Knights. He's got the 21 of God Power in tow, and he's going to pull a power move as well on the outside of Knights, as we might have another caution here. And Pete, we will be going to a single file restart, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. It'll probably be single file restart if you go at the line, like you were saying. I think all these boys are getting really antsy now.
And this break is brought to you by Transformers 27, voice of the Pete.
Did it again, huh?
I don't know what's wrong tonight, man.
Headset.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what's wrong. Have you tried resetting it? Like Discord itself?
Sure did. No, I can try that.
Maybe try that.
I'll be back.
All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this is brought to you by Alien vs. Predator 26. Return of Dover, the spaceship. Fun fact, I've seen Alien vs. Predator, but I don't know if I've actually seen a whole one all the way through. I just know we got a cone head looking alien and one badass looking predator that blows up when he dies.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you loud and clear there.
Alrighty. Let's see how long this lasts.
I was just explaining to the people how I don't think I've seen Alien vs. Predator all the way through. I know I've seen it. I just don't know if I've seen it all the way through.
Yeah, AVP, pretty good movie.
Yeah, man.
All right, HD, what are you calling here? What do you got?
Well, I'm calling the best car inside that top 5 is going to be that 88 of Dohar. That's what I'm calling.
Yeah. Yep, 88 of Dohar, 21 hasn't really been much of a slouch, but look at Coey sitting there in P4.
Yeah, sitting P4 on the outside. First time in the top 5 tonight. Green flag in the air here at Dover. Jose, 720, still your race leader.
Yeah, and look at the 10-car Sterlo trying to look up high. No, he ducked back in. And it looks like we're all actually getting single file now. I think they've realized, okay, we got to settle it down a little bit. Let's get some green flags under our lap. As soon as one of these guys, either Carroll or More Smoke, get past the start-finish line, I'll get a new lap count for us.
I don't think it's so much of over driving and being aggressive. Dover is just one of those tracks where if the car in front of you hits the wall or hits that apron, there's just nowhere you can go. Just absolutely nowhere but plow into the guy in front of you. Everything happens here so fast.
Yes, it does.
As it looks like that 24 of Coe got forced out of the racing line. I don't know exactly by who. Let's try and get a number on that. That's going to be the 37 of Pro Viper who moved them up out the way. Here comes the 10 of Starlo. Pro Viper up inside the top 5 sitting P4. And the 10 car sitting P5 as we got more contact in the back of the field.
Yeah, that looked like it might have been a little bit of a lag issue. But I saw the 24 kind of get wrapped up in that as well.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to bring out the caution.
80 laps to go.
Yeah, we're definitely going single file. And Pete, I'm going to need to get a water. So why don't you tell about your movie experience with Alien vs. Predator 27?
Requiem. Yeah, AVP. I've actually seen just about every Aliens movie that has been made. Ridley Scott movies. Good time. But y'all in chat, what do you guys think of the race tonight so far? Kurt, what do you think about God Power's chances of making his way up through the field and snagging this win?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think if God Power can get that Predator gun, it's a very good chance he might win this thing.
All right, we're going to rack him and stack him again. Like you said, more than likely we're going to go single file and see if Coey makes that call or not.
It looks like we're going to stay double file. A little shocked out of that one.
Yep. Yeah, well, what do you know? Winging it! Winging it!
That's what I do every single week. I just wing it. Yeah, but there is that 10-car Sterlo playing the strategy again. It worked out the first time. There's a 2-car. I think he's working the strategy. 12 and Knights is working strategy. 4 and Natty Dread working the strategy. Top 4 working strategy.
Yep, and Natty got his lap back a couple cautions ago, so he's back in play. And it looks like any damage that he had, it's been fixed. I don't see the buckle in his hood anymore. Yeah, he's back in play. Let's see what kind of car that 4-car's got under him.
All right, we're going to find out here just in a minute as these boys hit the start-finish line. Sterlo will be taking the green flag here at Dover yet again as they hit double foul down in turn 1. There's that Tua Stout. Whiskey's been hovering around 5th place all night long. Finds himself sitting P2 now.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see who's going to prevail in this top 5. 10-car is Sterlo. We know he's fast. 2-car Stout Whiskey. He's been in the top 5 all night. There's the 12-car Knights. The 4-car Natty Dread. I think who was that behind? That was the 88 of Dohar. He's going to try to make his way back up. So you got a bunch of not everyone.
There's the 12-car Knights and the 21 is flipping through the air. If I was a Russian judge, I might give that a 10 out of 10, and we know how stingy they are.
Yeah, another caution. Your running order there was Sterlo, Stout, Natty, Dohar, Carroll. Carroll was in 5th place. Jose, Pro Viper, Coey, J-Pa, and CGMX Rose. That was your top 10 just as the caution came out.
How do you get in these races, Pete? You're the man for that. Why don't you tell him?
How do you get into these races? I tell you what, please, by all means, go to Facebook, visit or search for NNR. We've got dirt, we've got Xfinity, we've got truck, we've got cup, we've got it all. Leave a message. If it's for Cup Series, Coey will reach back out to you. If it's for the Truck Series, Dooman will reach back out to you. Xfinity is Muffin. Not quite sure who they've got running in the dirt for next year, but if you're interested, you want to see how the league runs, they will let you run in Xfinity or trucks for the remaining part of the year.
Just
a little bit of contact in the back. Coey, Carroll's facing the wrong direction. Carroll just cannot catch a break.
Carroll, I love you, man. Carroll, I love you. It actually looks like the 24 as blowing an engine.
Yep. And that Shad, it looks like he's another God Power fan, just like her. So God Power's fans kind of showing a little bit of cheering them on, just like how J-Paw's fans normally are.
I don't know. The thing came back. I think after this race, maybe delete. Are you using your phone?
No.
Maybe download it on your phone and try that.
Yeah, I'll have to do something because it shouldn't be breaking up.
Or you re-download it, I think. That might work. Like delete, reinstall type of deal. But we're green here yet again at Dover. The 10 of Sterlo out in front. Your race leader here.
Yep, got get back up through the field, kind of catching up to our top 5, all single file.
Yeah, well, they started that race single file, and I think people just did not know what to do.
Yep. Yeah. I'm guessing Coey might have backed out to see what's going on, why these cautions keep flying.
I don't know what's going on in Coey's head, but I got a feeling he's gonna have a lot to talk about tonight after the post race, and I do not want to be him.
No, neither do I. Coey, if you're listening, and you want to come on up to the booth, hey, come on up.
Come on up, but there's that 4-car Natty Dread. He's going to squeeze by that 37 of Pro Viper. 4-car sitting P4, Pro Viper sitting P5. There's that 88 of Dohar, though, hunting down the 2 leaders. He's currently sitting P3. I'm betting within the next 5 laps he'll be there. I think that's just how fast this car is.
Yeah, Dohar's been on rails all night long. And you got the 37 of Pro Viper on the outside of the 4-car Natty Dread. He's going to try to take it side-by-side all the way through. You got 22 of J-Pa going to try to push him through. CGMX Rose got a little loose. 37 is going to pull a crossover.
And pulled a nice crossover there, going down in a turn one. He's on the inside now, though. But that 4 car on Natty Dread gets that huge run down the backstretch and able to clear him into turn 3.
Yeah, he got a really good run down the backstretch with no help behind him at all. The 22 is actually still behind the 37 car, so the 4 car did that all by himself. Great run for the 4.
Yeah, Natty Dread, I mean, he went a lap down earlier on, but he's finding himself in the right spot, the right time, as a 37, a Pro Viper, is going to clip the apron, entering in turn 3. That's going to check the 22 of J. Paul. I almost said Pete. The 22 of J. Paul up there just a bit, and Rose almost took advantage of that.
Yeah, Rose has been giving a little love taps to that 22 over the last couple laps. I've been watching from your stream, and yeah, he's not exactly saying, hey, I'm here. He's like, man, I'm here, I'm faster, let me go.
But I'll tell you what, Rose has gotten to the wall down the front stretch. He's going to damage that right front there just a bit, as he's got the 18 of Rowdy right on his bumper. But let's go ahead and catch up with Dohar. And Dohar actually passed out Whiskey for second place. No, Serlo's still your race leader. But Dohar is up to P2.
Sworn that Dohar was the leader of the race when we went back green. No, you're right.
No, Dohar was hunting them down.
That 10 car's got a lot to prove tonight. Again, Ricky Reese. Yeah, can't say much more. U.S. Coast Guard. Your family's going to miss you, buddy. Heavy hearts tonight, guys.
Man, Serlo out here racing with a heavy heart himself. Childhood friend Ricky Reese was to him. But he's got some pressure now coming down into turn 3. Dohar looking on the inside, getting ready to pull a power move. Coming out of turn 4, we got I almost said it, not quite there for the slide job. That 10 car battling hard on the outside.
Yeah, he's trying really, really hard to keep that on the outside. Let's see if he's actually able to pull this crossover. No, didn't have quite the momentum, but here comes that 2 car, Stout Whiskey.
I think out of the top 3, Dohar and the E8's definitely got the fresher tires. I think the 10, the 2, those top 4 guys last time stayed out through those couple of cautions where Dohar was pitting. So Dohar does have fresher tires right now, but the 10 of Sterlo is still hanging on to the draft.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing points night for that 2 car. If he can actually even stay right where he's at for these last 60, 70 laps, whatever's left.
Well,
the other major points contenders, they're all in the back.
And not only that, the 2 in front of them aren't even in the chase.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going with that. Yep.
So the 2 car of Stout Whiskey is sitting mighty pretty right now. And the 37 of Pro Viper is sitting beautiful because he's sitting P4 right behind that 2.
Yep. So you got to get some people that really aren't used to. Well, I can't say that. Like you said, the 2 car, he's been strong in the second half of the regular season, getting into the playoffs. He's been making up all kinds of points, and tonight, depending on where the 18 of Rowdy or the 42 of Amore Smoke end up, he could take over the points lead.
Exactly, and I'm not knocking anybody's strengths because everybody here in NNR, they're good. They're in the Cup Series for a reason. They're here for a reason because they've got the talent. But when you talk about like good and bad in NNR, it's not bad. Is not your bad. It's just
Nope.
What I'm trying to say. But you talk about the top echelon here in NNR. You're talking about the 11. You're talking about the 18. You're talking about the 42. You're talking about them guys. I'd even throw the 43 of Jose 720 into the top echelon here. But then you got that second tier who's right behind them. The 37, the 9 of String. The 38 of the Aviator, I think, is in the top. The 2 of Stout Whiskey, as of late, is moving towards the top. The 10 of Sterlo, I think, is at the top. That's just the amount of talent they have here.
Yeah, there's incredible talent here. And even though Dohar is mostly a setup guy, look at him. Look at him tonight, pacing the field of all these great players that NNR has. They're all they put on a show every week. This is without doubt the best default league that Xbox has to offer. And yeah, we've had a few cautions tonight, but this is not their norm. Their norm is 3 or less cautions per race. That was their average for the entire season. So they're a little bit above average tonight, but don't let that fool you. This is a mighty strong league.
Oh, definitely. And funny story about me and Dohar. I don't know if I told this already on stream or not, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Me and Dohar, man. Dohar, when we were in Charlotte, I tell you what, there was one person I would not expect to walk home from the bar at 3 a.m., just me and him. It was that idiot of Dohar. Me and him walking home to the hotel at 3 a.m. together from a bar in Charlotte at Whiskey River at that.
Yeah. I unfortunately I missed that, but it was. Yeah, I've told you before. Shortly after we got back from Charlotte, it was great to get to meet you and a whole lot of the pro league drivers. I've known. Wow, that's garbage for over 10 years. Finally got to meet him there. Got to meet Kamal and Silent. And, a whole bunch of guys. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait till next time.
Oh, definitely. But that 10-car Sterlo, man, he is still holding on to that 88 Strat. I mean, he's only about a car length away. That's all he's lost in about 10 to 15 laps. And for having older tires, that 10 car is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with before this thing is said and done.
Yeah, I almost wonder if what you were saying before, Dohar had fresher tires. I wonder if they're actually starting to equal out now. And that 10 car, he's definitely starting to put some real pressure on that back bumper of the 88.
Yeah, as I was talking about it, he had a huge run coming down a front stretch, and there he is right on that 88's bumper as they hit in turns 3 and 4. They have checked out from the entire field.
Yeah, they've definitely checked out, and I'm going to get us a lap count, speaking of checking out, and it looks like we're sitting at about 48 to go.
And don't look no farther, though, because that 11 of CJMX Rose has made his way inside the top 3. And there goes that 18 of Rowdy on the outside of the Tua Stout Whiskey.
Yeah, I thought for a second there that was actually the 2 and P3, but no, it's not. It is not. 11's coming from out of nowhere. He was quite a bit further back. He was just fighting with J-Paw and Pro Viper and a couple others not too long ago. So he's made quite a few moves. He's got a little bit of a rocket ship under him now, I guess.
Well, I mean, him and Dohar, I think, got the 2 best cars out there. They were battling earlier on nose to tail. They were just pulling away from everybody. Now I think I'm going to start throwing the Tennis Sterlo in the mix. I think he's made a few adjustments to his car.
Dohar hard to the outside wall. I don't know if the 10 car of Sterlo got under him or what happened there, but Dohar just about went through that outside retaining wall.
I don't know, but we're not on the caution, and the 88 is driving mighty slow down the front. Did the controller die, maybe?
Here comes the 10 car.
Maybe. He's still sitting there. I don't know exactly what happened, but he is still sitting on the inside against the fence. That's the 88 of Dohar going a lap down now, still not moving.
Yeah, and the 10 car that was right behind him is now on pit road. So I'm not quite sure what happened with those two.
He's now going. I think
we're going to have a new race leader.
He's going now. I think he got a controller die.
These controllers in these last 24 hours have not been good.
And I think the 10-car Sterlo pinning is because he's just getting ready to run out of fuel. I think him staying out those laps has called him down pit road. Now the only question is, can he stretch it to the end?
I don't think so. The last lap count I had was 47. They're at 43. That might be the very, very top of it if he's able to save just a little bit. As I'm keeping an eye on the 10-car Sterlo still right now. He's hugging that apron, coming off the bottom, making his way back up onto the track. kind of curious to see where he falls and how much time he's going to make up once these other guys start pitting. Because he's on these fresh tires, he's going to be making up all kinds of ground.
Oh, he's easily going to be running about 5 to 7 tenths faster a lap, I would say, against the 18, against the 11, as that caused a huge shakeup towards the front of the field, because that 18 of Rowdy, who was
10 cars around.
That 18 of Rowdy, who was the race lead, was sitting P4, is now your race leader. As you said, the 10 cars around, I still have no caution. There he is, getting it going. Tough break for Lieutenant Sterlo.
Yeah, any advantage that he might have had by pitting early or right at the top of that fuel gap or fuel whatever, that's gone. He got loose coming off of 2 and spun it around. Yeah. Any advantage he had is it's history.
You know, one thing this is going to do, this is going to put us back to double file starts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there goes the 11 of CJ Max Rose. Actually, he's going to dip down for his green flag pit stop of the night. That's going to leave the 18 of Rowdy, still your race leader. You almost expect him to come down this time, as well as the 21 of God Power to come down this time.
Yep, God Power's making his way through 1 and 2 right now.
Yep, there goes Rowdy. Rowdy's coming down, but God Power is actually going to elect to go for 1 more, maybe 2 more laps. Pete, I don't know if I like this decision too much because he's going to be losing a ton of time.
All depends on how much gas he saved. But yeah, they're going to be coming out on fresh tires, and he's going to lose some time. He best not stay out too long.
Yep, here he comes this time.
God Power fan in the chat, Kristen White. Widget, excuse me. Sorry, Krista.
3rd time's the charm. That's how we do it around here in our broadcast booth. No one said we're perfect. We just wing it up here.
Gotta do something with this mic.
Yeah, I don't think it's your mic. I think it's the app.
Yeah, could be.
I think it's more or less the app. And here goes that 12 car of Knights. He's going to go down for his green flag pit stop. Looks like the 9 of String. He's going down as well.
There's 12. Making my way through the field. 47 of Fort Smitty's in his pit. 21 of God Power. He's coming out of pit road right now. See if I can't get us a running order as the 48 of Carroll enters pit road. More smokes on the track. Not quite sure who our leaders are.
I'm going to guess the 11 of CGMX Rose is current race leader. Rowdy in the 18 is right behind him, currently sitting P4, and there's that 21 of God Power P3, but he's got the 2 Stout Whiskey right on his bumper.
Get through the field trying to find him. All right, there's the 11. Yeah, like you said, with the 18, about 10 to 15 car lengths or so back from him. The 21 of God Power. That's more like you said, your top 3. So I wonder if the 11 can actually go back to back, pole to win. So yeah, we'll see.
Everything is possible, but he's got the 10 of Sterlo right in front of him. He's got heavy damage on that car, but I almost guarantee he's going to fight to stay on his lead lap. And that might bunch them back up.
Yeah, I have no doubt that Sterlo is going to want to fight him off. It's heartbreaking. You know, Sterlo had a great car. He's in the lead. He pit from the lead and got kind of checked up a little bit on that apron, and yeah, he lost all that with that unfortunate spin. So Sterlo's right where I think he might need to be if another caution was to come out. But unfortunately, without the tools in, we can't exactly see what other cars are a lap down.
Well, he just got lapped by Rose, and so he's definitely the first car lap down right now. Unless he went multiple laps down.
Yeah.
But I don't think he went multiple laps down. I think he's the first car lap down. As Rowdy's going to sneak by that 10 car, Esterlo, who's just going to let him by. A smart driver from Esterlo, though. You know, he knows he's got a damaged car. He can't really hold him off. You know, these guys are battling, you know, for points and, you know, make it to the next round. So, a huge shout out to the 10 Esterlo.
Yeah, he's been fighting hard among all these chasers, doing everything he can, trying to play spoiler. You know, Rowdy, he's trying for the sweep, but you know, P2, P3, he's watching that chance go away. And we got 30 laps to go, HD.
30 go. 30. So they're good to make it on field, though, right?
30. Yeah, they should be all good to go. Yep, they should be able to go 40 to 43 laps on fuel.
What's going on, fellas?
Who's that?
Coey!
Hey, just got taken a shower and came up in the booth to say hi. Car blew up tonight.
How much weight did you lose in your car tonight? How hot was it, actually?
Oh, it was hot as hell in that sucker, man. Son of a bitch just blew up on me.
Yeah, I figured you might have backed out to see what was causing some of these cautions. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch any on camera, so yeah, been pretty interesting tonight.
Coey, I'm not going to answer this FaceTime because I don't want you to yell at me.
I'm only yelling at my fruit juice tonight.
There was somebody in the chat earlier that wanted to know how they get in on these races. He's also a God Power fan. So Coey, the Xfinity and the truck races and the dirt races for the remaining part of the 2019 season, to the best of my knowledge, or the last I had heard, you're still allowing some new people to come in and try out, kind of get a feel for what the league is about and what the caliber of the drivers are. I know that the Cup Series is locked down. Nobody knew there. You want to shed any light on the league, the series, how you get in, who to contact?
Well, right now the trucks and the Xfinity now are basically down to like the last race. They're going into the championship race, so we are going to lock it down for that. But we will be starting up some practice races coming up because we're going to try to get the season going pretty early. So I'm going to put some practice races together shortly, and definitely people can try out for Xfinity trucks and Dirt Cup. Best way to check things out is go to www.nnrleague.com. There's a register. They can register there for me to see their information, and we'll contact them and let them know when we're going to be practicing.
Fair enough. Well, I hope that answered your question, Shad. If you want to be able to race with your buddy God Power, follow the information from league owner Coey, and you could be door to door with your buddy in the 21.
I don't know if he wants to do that, but racing against the God Power. But we were having a pretty good race, and things did fall apart a little bit. But it was a couple aprons, and I think someone had some lag issues, and bunched up the group for one of those cautions. It might have been even. Well, Rose got into one. I don't know what he did with me.
Yeah, it looked like he hit the apron, at least from our point of view, coming out of turn 4.
Yeah,
caused a big pile.
And then he came back up the track.
Dover's is one of those tracks where it's, if you mess up, you just got no time to react. If you're behind it, you're gonna be in the middle of the track. There's nothing you can do.
It's very hard.
You're not.
I did have one good save myself, but I will say, but.
Got another retiree.
Yeah.
You gotta have some room.
Sterlo looks like he's out.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna mention that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if there's some server. I mean, I have never lost connection in a race. I think ever. That was really weird. I just lost connection.
Well, talking about the top 2 drivers though, right now, it looks like that 18 of Rowdy though, Pete. Starting to catch the 11 at CGMX Rose just a bit.
Yeah, it looks like the 11 at CGMX Rose had to kind of check up a little bit. I mean, Carroll tried to give him as much room as he could. Carroll went up high, but I think the 11 was still kind of babying that throttle, getting underneath the 48. So that allowed the 18 to definitely make up some time on that 11. We'll see if he's able to catch the draft now. The 48 helped pull him up a little bit. And, yeah, we'll see where that momentum takes him. But, yeah, the 11 and the 18 definitely know that there's no love lost there. They've gotten into each other a few times. So we'll see what happens on that last lap. Will it be like an 18 and 95, what happened in the spring race? Or will the 18 and 11 a couple weeks ago, what's that, Texas, I think? Yeah, we'll see.
We got a battle right here. Don't really know what position that was for, but the 42 of More Smoke going down low in turn 1 on that 22 of J. Paul to make the move. He's going to move up. We're going to say inside the top 10. But again, man, More Smoke has struggled all night long. A little bit shocking.
Yeah, it looks like he's sitting right there behind the 88 of Dohar. Not quite sure.
Dohar is definitely not on the lead lap. I don't know exactly. I think his controller died or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he went to the outside wall just as him and Sterler were racing for the lead. So he's got to be at least one lap down. Rough break for that 88. He's been strong all night long.
Hey, he led a lot of laps. I'm going to interview Dohar one of these days, but probably not going to happen tonight.
As it looks like J.R. Horn just left a message, or it might have been Coe. Look for the sign-up tab on the top to register the NNR page, nnrracingleague.com, I believe is what you said. And yeah, get back out to you.
Yeah, I just threw that up there.
Yeah, the 18's definitely catching the 11 though. I mean, he's down to about 5 car length lead that 11's got on the 18. It was well over a 10 car length lead about 10 to 15 laps ago. But as the laps dwindle down, looks like we're going to have a battle for the lead probably for the next 5-7 laps.
Yep, got 12 to go. So yeah, we're getting there. 188 of 200. Yeah, here's that long run that I mentioned earlier that I knew the 18 had under him from some practice time that I spent with him yesterday. I knew that this is what he wanted, what he would need in order to get that lead. He's got a very good long run car. He's run down that 11. He's going to wait for the 11 to get a little tight, maybe wash up the track, hit the track maybe, or maybe get a little bit lower than the 18 wants to, maybe touch that apron a little bit. But yeah, the 18 is there. 48's going to have a bird's eye view, so I'll kind of keep an eye on his stream and see how these two make out. It could turn into an interesting final 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can go all the way back to Las Vegas, the first playoff race, as Rowdy was looking low down there in turn 3. There is no love lost between these two. Rowdy got into the 11. Rowdy said the 11 got into him, and Rose is going to pull a block down the front stretch, and Rowdy's going to give him the bumper, and he's going to force him up the track. Rowdy to the race lead.
Yep, he forced him up the track, gave him that little bit of a bump to see if the 11 actually retaliated. Don't bring out the caution.
The 11 retaliated right there, got into his bumper, entering into turn 3, but Rowdy holding on to that thing. They are wheeling it out here.
Yeah, the 48 is loving this view. The 11 looked like he tried to give it a little bit more of a tap to the 18, but he actually ran the corner a little too deep. It actually cost the 11 quite a lot of ground to that 18. All the 18 has to do now is keep in it, and this could just be the 18's win. He was all worried about having to go to Talladega next week. He may not have to worry about that now.
Well, I tell you what, I picked the 18 earlier on. I said, I don't know why I picked this man, because he was nowhere close to be doing what I expected. But Rowdy to the race lead. He gave the bumper to the 11 of CGMX Rose. Rose tried giving him the bumper back, and it did not just work out. We're going to call that a William Byron moment right there.
Yeah. Okay. We
Yeah.
can go there.
Rowdy got a little loose
William
there.
Byron, Bubba Wallace. Hey, what do you know?
Hey, well, he is in the 18, and Rose is pretty young, so it kind of almost works out.
Rose.
Joey, you're getting up your 24 now, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And now the 11th under fire from the 21 God Power and the 2-car Stout Whiskey. Again, Stout Whiskey having a really good night, but right now the 18's back behind Carl, just kind of coasting, no real issue. Let the 48 kind of get his lap back. 48 could also be on newer tires, so we'll see what happens.
And I've been battling Decepticons all night long.
Ah, dang it.
Is Carl in second?
No.
Carol's a lap
okay.
down.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus. That was good.
I think Rowdy was just giving him his lap back.
Sorry, everybody out there in the streamland. Oh, boy.
Dude, I tell you what, man, if I was battling Decepticons all night long, good Lord, I'm tired, and I need me some oil.
Yeah. All right, let's get a lap count here. Count it down to the app deletion and reinstalling.
Man, Carroll getting to the wall there really scared me, but there's that 21 of God Power has made his way up the P2. Let's get a quick look and see where Rose actually ended up falling to.
4th place.
Man, he's currently sitting. Oh, I thought the caution was out there for a minute.
Yep, and
he hit the wall yet again. Here comes the 88 of Dohar. He's going to dive down to the inside. Entering turn 3. He's actually going to tap Rose and put Rose into the wall there.
Uh-oh.
I don't know exactly what all that was about, but the 88 puts the 11 to the wall. Caution is out.
Oh,
nope,
here we go.
I think that's that's race win.
Oh, no.
That's race.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good God.
Yep, that's race.
My God, you guys got to take a breath.
So, yeah, it's going to be Rowdy, God Power, and waiting for the finishing order to
Should
come
be
back
Stout
up.
Whiskey.
Rowdy, God Power, and Stout Whiskey.
Yeah.
Woo.
Stout. Good job by Stout. Guy that I'm
Definitely gotta uninstall this app and get it back going again.
Yeah, I think if you reset it, you uninstall it and reset it, that might work out there. Just a bit. But hey, we got CGMX Rose in the party. Let's chat with him because I know this is going to be great. Rose, you got a copy.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, you and Rowdy there towards the end definitely made things interesting. He was catching you. He had a good car. Looking back at it now, do you think he roughed you up a little too much? I can see you weren't happy with it. I called you William Byron, by the way, because you did a terrible job trying to bounce him back.
I mean, the only reason I couldn't get him back is because he slammed on the brakes when I went to hit him.
Always excuses.
Oh, so he pulled the Kyle Busch.
Yep.
William Byron, Kyle Busch
I
right
mean,
there.
It is what it is. My car was freaking terrible at the end there. I just couldn't do anything.
Looking back at it now, though, do you wish you maybe would have dove it below the apron and tried to get him back and just say, forget it, we're taking both us out?
For Homestead.
That will be so. Ooh, you heard it right there, ladies and gentlemen. That one will be saved for Homestead. I'll say it again, Rowdy. That one will be saved for Homestead. But hey, let's get P3, man. I'll start with P3. Stout, you got a copy.
Okay. Yes, sir.
My man, I tell you what, I'm saying it. Last couple broadcasts, you've been turning on as of late, and hey, you had a top 5 car all night long. Rowdy, mute your mic. It's not your turn.
It's messing up, man.
You had a top 5 car all night long, man. I mean, you're holding strong. You're upside the top 3 there a few times, and you ended up pulling it off, finishing top 3, 3rd place. What was it like out there?
No, I mean it was fun. I mean, thank you for saying I had a top 5. Actually, I had about a 8th or 9th place car on speed, but just strategy, keeping my nose clean. I don't know if you guys saw during the race. I'm big on yielding positions. I probably yielded 7 or 8 times to cars that was a little bit quicker than me, and it always it usually works out in my favor.
No, I did actually shut that out a few times. You were giving up positions.
And then there at the end, just getting behind God Power, give us a chance at least him at the podium. He was definitely faster, but it worked out that we were both able to finish in the top. I gotta give Rose a shout out for not racing me hard there at the end when I was trying to pass him there with 2 or 3 laps to go. But no, it worked out, man. The main thing is, try to give ourselves a chance to be in that final bonus point going towards that. So it's a big positive.
Oh, yeah, man. Heck of a finish again, man. I'm proud of you, dude. You've definitely been killing it lately. Like to throw any shout-outs? Any other? Oh, you just threw shout-outs. I don't know. I wasn't listening, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I got to give a shout-out to practice with, I'm not on Poopy's team, but, he gave me some pointers and helped me out when I was running with him. And, I'm Starlo. Me and Starlo, we bounce ideas off of each other. We actually had a really good strategy, and then, he I think he either sped on pit road or wrecked or something. So, but yeah, and shout out to you guys. You guys hear me all the time say thank you, to UHD and Pete. But thank y'all so much for doing this for us.
Thank you. Finally, someone gave us a shout out,
It
Pete.
is
Jesus,
a blast.
it's only been
It
about
is a
30
blast.
weeks, and we finally got a shout out live.
It is a blast.
No, yeah, I enjoy it, man. I thank you for the shout out, definitely. Well, Pete, why don't you go ahead and take P2?
All right. GP, you got me.
Yeah, I do.
You have been the man lighting up the chat tonight. Kurt, Shad, Krista, I mean, everybody. GP, go GP. I want to race with GP. Man, P2, you've been strong all night. At many times, it looks like your car was on rails. You kept it clean. You kept it pointing the right way. Great race tonight, man. How'd you end up coming back P2? It looked like the last time I saw you were right around 6th.
I don't know. I just had a killer car in the long run, really. I took my car about 20 laps to come in, and after that, she was on rails. I was just hoping Rowdy's tires were going to hold off there at the end, and I would be able to catch him. But, he got me this time.
Yeah, I see you during the week. You tend to practice with a lot of people. So all that practicing that you're doing, man, it's really paying off. You want to give a shout out to all these guys that are following you in our chat?
Yeah, I mean, Krista's my mom, so I always got to shout out my mom.
Well, thanks for watching Mama GP.
Hello, Mom.
Racing. And
Hey, Mom.
and Shad and Kurt, they're in my league. Well, mine and Aduke's 24 league, and they've been pretty good buddies, So thanks for everybody for watching, cheering for me. Means a lot.
Congrats on your P2 finish. Now, if I'd gotten a chance to talk to you before the race started, I might have been able to play spoiler. I raced a little bit with Rowdy yesterday. You weren't going to take him on the long run. That was actually his strength. But man, you're probably going to be right there. Would have been great to see maybe a 2 or 3-way battle. But yeah, again, congrats, HD. You got P1.
Yeah, man, we're having Decepticon Autobot Wars up in here. Jesus.
Mike.
It's Rowdy. Rowdy now. Rowdy is beatboxing.
Oh, okay. Good, it's not me. Rowdy.
Yeah, the fucking mic messing up.
Hey, PG.
I can talk to him.
All right, man. Well, Rowdy, I tell you what, you're able to get the win out there. So only really one question or one thing I want you to talk about, and that's that final last with you and CGMX Rose.
I knew it was gonna come. Thankfully, my times he hit me. You know? And like last lap, I rode 2 lanes up, so I wouldn't hit the apron. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, your mic is extremely messing up right now, so we're gonna have to call it, I think. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for the broadcast of the NNR Racing League. Again, tonight's race. Again, we're out here honoring Ricky Reese. Sadly, lost his life. He's in the Coast Guard, armed service. A good friend of one of the guys here in NNR, Sterlo. He gave his speech earlier on. They're good childhood friends. He was a huge fan of racing, Sterlo said. So I hope you guys out there at NNR definitely did a good job tonight. You put on a good show, especially there towards the end. And, hopefully he was proud of you guys tonight. Got anything?
HD?
Yep.
I just wanted to say one thing since I got the chance to be in here tonight. I just wanted to also give you guys a shout out. I think we have a great partnership between HD and NNR, and I want to appreciate what you do and Pete does. And I also just want to give a shout out to my drivers. I mean, in all, I think they did pretty good tonight for Dover. So, we got a good bunch of guys in here, and just want to give them a shout out myself.
Wow, Kelly didn't yell at me. He gave me a shout out.
I did not yell at you. Did a superb job tonight. I could never do that much talking.
Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate it. I appreciate Pete coming up here, honestly. He's a heck of a guy. I love broadcasting with him every single week. With that being said, you got anything to say, Pete?
Not tonight.
Well, that's going to sum the race here at the...
No, I definitely appreciate it. I've been, a fan of yours, HD, since the winter season, wanting to kind of get involved more and more. So I'm glad I'm able to. Coey, I appreciate the chance. I'm looking forward to the end of this season and definitely kicking off the next season, whether I'm with HD or as a part-time driver, or maybe I could be the what you call it. Anyway, no, great race tonight. I can't think of the words right now. I'm actually going to be getting ready to head out here. My turn to go to work while y'all go to sleep. But no, I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be able to come up here in the booth and call these races with HD. Great league. Coey, you're a good man for picking it up after those mid-season issues. So thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Yeah, another shout out to Sterlo for Ricky, and our hearts are with him and his family and all of NNR. Sorry for your loss.
Without a doubt, man.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for another broadcast of the NNR Racing League tonight at Dover. It was a wild one. Definitely won't be one we will forget. And again, Ricky Reese, rest in peace, brother. And until next time, we'll see you on the track.